I think they should go to Boston because they played a few games in Boston. It was a good energy out there, and like Boston in every sport has it's like a New York Boston rivalry in every sport but WNBA. Like we got it in NBA, we got it in football, we got it in baseball. Now let's put it in girls basketball, women's basketball now to win like that's create more excitement around it when they play each other going forward.
Bad. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. I fuck with that.
We know a WNBA team is a hot commodity, and we had 7, 8 teams who put in an official bid. And to put in an official bid, you got to be putting up 250 mil off rip. So we got, and that's just like to get in the conversation. It's 250 mil. Then you on top of that, in your proposal, you have to show facilities and we can pay and all this other stuff. So upward, you're talking probably about 500 mil off rip. You know what I mean? Just to get in the conversation. We had 7 teams put in an official bid. So once they said we wanted, there are going to be a lot of people who are willing to buy that team because they know whoever the WNBA chooses in this last expansion, they're not probably adding a team for not quite some time, but it's going to be a minute. Where women's basketball, I think, is capitalizing is partnering with NWSL. Now, I understand the NBA draw, but when you can prove already that your women's soccer team is supported, you can get fans in the stands, like in Kansas City with the Current, that the ownership group is the same. That is a partnership people are capitalizing on. That you see in Portland. Portland Thorns and the new Portland WA team have the same ownership group.
So and this is just shout out to my wife. Like we had a conversation about this a few days ago. So I'm just literally taking her answer and I'm showing love. But I got Miami for a multitude of reasons. So outside of the fact that like Miami, we all know great weather. People always want to go down there. People are happier in Miami. Even when you look at it from the standpoint of like
people retire there, Mel. That's where you're supposed to be when you're on your last legs, man. That's just where you're supposed to be.
Even looking at something like when you look at like the WNBA salaries, and you know, obviously these women deserve more, even from the standpoint like Florida has no state income tax, right? So they'll be able to get more bang for their buck. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, but you know, with Connecticut, there was issues about like them traveling and have to like take a bus to like Boston or a train. Like Miami, they have like 2 major airports, one in Miami and one in Fort Lauderdale. So it's easy to travel in and out the state. So it just makes everything more convenient. And on top of that, the fact you'll be able to really market that team. Like, be like, yo, I got some tickets to see the Miami Sun. Who don't want to go to Miami